This tutorial will guide you through the process of registering your dedicated Workspot control tenant. To begin, open your browser and navigate to the sign-up page. Provide your first name, last name, company name, and email address associated with this Workspot control tenant. Click Sign Up, and shortly after, you will receive an email containing a link to complete the registration on a web page. Once you access the provided link, fill in all the required fields. Carefully read and accept the Workspot subscription agreement, and then click Register. Upon registration, you will be logged into your Workspot control tenant. The initial step is to select your authentication type, with options being Active Directory or Azure Active Directory. For the purposes of this tutorial, Active Directory will be chosen. Following this, designate your Workspot control user account as a named user by navigating to Users, then Groups, and clicking on Configure Named License Group. On the subsequent screen, select None in the Directory field. Click Add User below and choose your Workspot control user account. Click Add, and finally, confirm by clicking Yes, Add. This guide will take you through the process of configuring the Azure Public Cloud and Workspot control. Initially, start by registering the Workspot application. In your Azure portal, navigate to App Registrations and initiate a new registration. Provide a name for the app registration, select Web as the platform, and input https://control.workspot.com for the URL before clicking on Register. Once the app is created, access it and go to Certificates and Secrets. Generate a new client secret specifying the description and expiration date, and then click Add. Ensure to copy the client secret value immediately, as it cannot be retrieved later. This value is crucial for setting up the public cloud in Workspot control. Proceed to the Azure Subscriptions Access Control IAM and select Add Role Assignment. Choose Contributor under Privileged Administrator Roles and click Next. Choose Select Members, enter the name of the previously created Workspot app and select it. Click Next, and then Review and Assign. Now log in to Workspot Control with your account, navigate to the top of the page, click Setup, and then select Add Public Cloud. Choose Microsoft Azure Commercial as the configuration type and complete all required fields using information from Azure. Specifically, note that the application key field corresponds to the client secret value copied earlier. Once all information is entered, click Save. This guide outlines the steps to create Workspot Managed Gateways, a group of gateway VMs that offer secure access to Workspot users. Start by navigating to Setup, then Gateway, and select Create Cloud Gateway Cluster. Choose your cloud configuration and the region where you want to set up the cluster. Select the virtual network and subnet for the cluster's provisioning, typically in your public subnet. Adjust any cloud-specific parameters as needed, and choose your preferred Windows Server OS version. Then, decide on the size and specifications of your gateways. Name your cluster and specify the number of instances it should have. Provide a prefix for these instances. If you have your own certificate, override the public domain with your public domain information. Next, set the authentication type to Active Directory and keep the gateway policy on default. Click Create to proceed. Now input the domain join details, specify the domain to join, the destination OU, and the credentials for the domain join account. Click OK to continue. Lastly, set up a local administrator account for the gateways. Use the refresh button to check the status of your gateway clusters. Once they are provisioned and show a ready status, go to Gateway under Actions and choose Enable. Confirm with Yes and OK. Then under Actions, select Publish. Your gateway cluster is now prepared for use with your VDI pools. This guide outlines the steps to create a Workspot standalone gateway. First, log into your domain-joined Windows Server machine. Go through the following steps. Choose Add Roles and Features and accept all default settings. In Server Roles, select Remote Desktop Service. Choose Remote Desktop Gateway. Then click Next and click Install. After installation, open the Remote Desktop Gateway Manager. Begin by installing your certificate and importing it. Next, set up your connection authorization policies by creating a new policy. Including a RD cap and RD wrap. Name them and associate them with an Active Directory group. Configure your resource authorization policy, give it a name, and ensure it allows users to connect to any network resource. Accept defaults and click Finish. Next, register your public DNS record for the gateways. Go to Workspot Control, select Setup, then Gateways, then Add Private Gateway. Name the standalone gateway and provide the gateway URI as configured in the public DNS. Choose Active Directory for authentication type and click Add Private Gateway. This tutorial will walk you through the steps for configuring the Workspot Enterprise Connector. In Workspot Control, navigate to Setup, then Cloud, then click Add Private Cloud. Provide a name, then click Save. Click into your new private cloud configuration. Click on Add Connector. This will provide you an integration key. Copy this integration key. Now log in to your Windows Server machine that is domain joined. First, add your Enterprise Connector Service account to local admin of your Windows Server machine. Right-click, then select Computer Management. Under Local Users and Groups, click on Groups. Double-click on Administrators. Click Add and enter your service account. Click Apply, click OK, close your window, download the Java installation and install it. Now run your Enterprise Connector installation. Click Yes when prompted. Click Next. Click I agree. Click Install. Provide the integration key from Workspot control. Provide the domain of your service account. Provide the username and password. Click Next and wait for completion. Click Finish when completed. Now navigate to Workspot control. Refresh the page. Now the status is Connected. To integrate with Active Directory, click on Configs, then Add Configuration. Provide the name. Select the configuration type Active Directory. Finally, click Save. In this guide, we'll explore the process of creating a tailored Windows 10 or 11 template on Azure, optimized for seamless integration with Workspot. Let's dive in. Begin by logging into Workspot control using your account. Navigate to the top of the page, click on Setup, and select the Azure public cloud you've previously set up. Click on Build Template. Specify the network in the desired region for deploying this template. You have the option to build either a Windows Desktop or a Windows Server template. For this tutorial, we'll opt for a Windows Desktop template. Select the Windows 10 or Windows 11 version for this template. Provide a name for the template and choose the template VM. In this tutorial, we'll go with the standard VM. Optionally, enter information in the Notes field and then click Create Template. Complete the required details for each field and click OK. Fill in the necessary information to create a local admin account for this template and then click OK. Workspot control will initiate the template provisioning process in Azure. After a few minutes, the template status will display as Draft. Utilize Remote Desktop Protocol, RDP, to connect to the template while in draft mode and configure it according to your preferences. Once customization is complete, under the Actions menu you can select Preview to test your template or choose Publish when ready for production. The template is ready for use once the status field indicates Published. This tutorial walks you through the process of setting up a cloud desktop pool using Workspot control for your Azure public cloud. Begin by logging in to Workspot control with your account. Navigate to the Resources tab at the top of the page, then select Add Pool on the Cloud Desktop Pool Setup page. In the drop-down menu next to Select a Cloud, select the previously created Azure cloud under Bring Your Own Cloud Subscription. Choose the pool usage type, named or concurrent, and select the template you've previously created for this pool. Under Region, pick the appropriate network for the cloud desktop pool. Specify the VM class, disk class, and disk size. Then provide a name and display name for the desktop pool. Enter the number of desktops to create in this pool and set a prefix for the desktop names. For this tutorial, we'll keep the Route Through Gateway field set to Never. Decide on an action for idle shutdown. Refer to the Getting Started guide for details on other fields in this form. Once all the required information is filled in, click Create. After a few minutes, your desktops will be ready for use when the status field indicates Ready.
This tutorial demonstrates how to utilize Workspot control to designate a single desktop to a user. Begin by logging into your Workspot controlled tenant. Then, navigate to the Resources section at the top and select the desktop pool containing an available desktop for assignment. access the Actions menu, choose Assign, and select Workspot from the drop-down menu. Enter the user's information and click Search. Once located, select the user and click the Assign button. The desktop is now assigned and will promptly appear in the Workspot client for the specific user.
This guide provides instructions for setting up the Workspot web app client. Begin by accessing Workspot Control, then proceed to Setup and Configuration. Make sure to configure the subdomain, as this generates a unique web app URL for each control account. Copy this web app client URL. Next, open a web browser and paste the copied URL. A prompt will appear asking for your credentials. Enter your username, password, and domain, and then click Login. Once logged in, simply click on your desktop icon to access your desktop. This video guides you through the process of activating the Workspot client for Windows. After installing the client, open it and enter the email address associated with your Workspot control account. Click Continue, and shortly you'll receive an email containing an activation code. Input the code into the designated field and click Activate. Next, set a lock screen passcode of your choice and click Sign In. If there are resources assigned to your account, you'll find them listed in the client. Click on the icon to launch your desktop and enter your Active Directory credentials when prompted. Get ready to seamlessly access your desktop through the Workspot client.